Hey, I want to show you a quick tip on ChatGPT that could save hours of time in your day depending on what you're doing. Now, I love learning about AI every day for 10 minutes. I think it's really important that you spend time and interact with some sort of AI tool, preferably the same one for 10 minutes at a time every single day. I've been doing it now for, God, I don't know, a while, like since the beginning of last year, probably, which I wish I had started sooner even. But if you're not, you should be doing that right away. One thing I want to do more of is post some more content and just show more videos of myself interacting with it and little tips and tricks that could help make your personal or business life better and more efficient. Because at the end of the day, time is our greatest asset. And if we can maximize our time by utilizing tools to become more efficient, we can essentially then create more freedom in our lives to spend time with our loved ones, with our friends, pick up hobbies, read a book, just have quiet time while we know we're utilizing tools to help us complete our tasks in a more timely manner. So it is April 30th. It is personal tax deadline here where I live. And so I've been immersed in personal taxes, for the last period of time here. And through that, I've been like, okay, how can I use AI tools to help the tax season be more smooth, more efficient? And one of the things I loved was helping calculate and total and compile all of my expenses. So if you're like myself, you've got internet, you've got gas, maybe you have electricity, you have mobile cell phones, maybe you have other subscription charges like Canva or ChatGPT, for example. And so you're going to have charges every month and they're going to incur. And then you're going to have a total that you can get from the website of all the money that you spent on that software or system that you spent last year. And so using this one as an example, I believe this was internet transactional history. So I'll just open those up. As you can see, the way that this .csv file was sent to me was super just compiled. Like it's got taxes, it's got the total amounts, it's got discounts, it's got everything on there. But I only really care about like how much money did I spend on that product and how much was the taxes on those products, right? So like those are the two things my accountant wants to know. All this little stuff doesn't really matter. So I know I got a bill payment and a total, and I've got a tax and a total. Now, of course, I could add all these up and assume that it was the same amount every month. I could review this. I could play around in this .csv, but instead, why don't I just have a quick review, drop it in chat, and say, what was the total bill payment amount last year? And let's just see what it comes out. And the idea is like, I don't have to sit here and watch this while it's analyzing. This is now working for me in the background, and I could go into Google and be like, what kind of expenses? There you go, our tax deductible, right? So now I'm doing tax stuff. I'm learning more about taxes. Like you're now immersed in your tax situation, but you have some stuff working in the background. And then as we're kind of reviewing stuff or looking at this, we can jump back and oh my God, we've already got a total produced. Okay, so the total amount spent on bill payment transactions last year. That's how much I spent on internet last year, which seems absolutely crazy because it definitely cuts out more than I wanted to. And then I could ask, what was the total amount for tax last year? And again, I don't have to sit and watch this. I could be overdoing something else. Now it produced, there we go, produced it very quickly. But let's say it was a big document or there was a ton of information there that I was trying to compile and go through. This could be happening all in the background while I'm continuing to work on my tasks. And then I can come back, I can have a quick review of this. If I wanted to do some quick math and divide that by 12, it should equal that amount that we saw, 144 for 1.44. Missing an extra one there. 144 divided by 12 is 120.12. So in that document, there must have been an extra payment or my amount went up. Now, if I really care and I really want to know, I can go back and review it. But I have a pretty good trust in this system because I've been working with it for so long and I understand it, that is accurate and this is accurate. Now, of course, it can make mistakes. It says it right down here, ChatGPT can make mistakes. Check important info. So it's not a bad idea to, of course, go and review it if you need to. But if it looks right and it's close enough, you're probably right. Then it's pulled the information accurately out of there. And off the top of my head, I made some internet adjustments last year at the end of last year. And so my bill probably went up a little bit. So there are a few payments towards the end that I believe are higher. which was reflecting this in the total when I divided by 12. Anyways, that's my own personal stuff, nothing for you to care about. But when I circle back to learning an AI tool 10 minutes a day, this is where if I'm doing this over and over again, 10 minutes a day, and I'm uploading documents, I'm reviewing documents using ChatGPT, I'm starting to build a trust and relationship with the chat model that I know is accurate or 99% accurate, and it needs little to no review from my side. Because at the end of the day, like, we can make mistakes just as easily. Actually, we can make mistakes a lot more easier than it can. This thing is programmed, tried, tested, and almost true. It's getting better and better by the day. But I think what's important is, like, if you utilize it and you understand how it works and you understand how to talk to it and interact with it, and get it to produce an output, your outputs are going to be just, the quality of your output is going to be based on the quality of your input, but your quality of your input can get better and better over time, which in turn will make your quality of your output better and better over time. So I just want to make a quick little video here. If you thought it was interesting, let me know. And I'm going to keep making these little short videos on a couple little areas that I think are just so cool, that can help you reduce time. Now, if you think about this, how could it relate? How could I utilize document uploading and reviewal process for other things? It goes so much further than just calculating this, because it can just quickly review stuff. It can quickly summarize stuff. It can quickly give you bullet point endpoints or summaries on something that you want to read, but you don't really need to read it. You just need the summary of it. And then you can ask it some questions or interact with it. So again, I like it for this type of stuff because I like numbers and crunching, but I don't want to have to like plug them all in. But yeah, let me know if you're using it, what you're using it for, and I'd love to talk more about it. All right.